Up next is a keynote session by Sam Balsara, Chairman, Madison World, and is an awarded senior professional in the Indian advertising industry. Welcome, Mr. Balsara.
Hello, everyone. Nice to see all of you here. So Brand Equity has kindly asked me to say something and address all of you. So I've put together some thoughts. They say the only constant in today's world is change. And whilst it is true that everything is changing around us, I would say the pace of change, not just in technology, but also in media, is taking place at an amazing rate. Paradoxically, this rate of change is making life easier for the consumer and at the same time more complex. But there is no doubt that for the manufacturer or the seller or the advertiser, life has certainly become more complex, more competitive, and there are more challenges to face in the corporate world today than ever before. In the old world, most companies were evaluated on their profitability and absolute level of profits generated. Today, we've done a 180-degree turn, and the mantra is scale. How to sell more globally, how to acquire more customers, and if I may say so, to hell with profits. The IPO of Zomato, a loss-making company, as we all know, was oversubscribed by over 38 times. And this loss-making company is now valued not by an advertising person like me or by lay investors, but by shrewd and financially savvy experts at over 1 lakh crore. Why? Because it has 32.1 million average monthly active users. Never mind that it doesn't make a profit. So you can say everything has changed. It's a new, different world. But at another level, have things really changed? It was Sergio Zeman, the man responsible for launch of New Coke, withdrawing it in a few months and reintroducing Coke Classic, who is supposed to have said at the turn of this century, the purpose of marketing is to sell more product to more consumers more frequently at a higher price. When described like this, I doubt if the purpose of marketing is ever going to change in the future. Closer home to advertising, Stephen Leacock, at the turn of the 19th century, said, advertising may be described as the science of arresting human intelligence long enough to get money out of it. I doubt if anybody has been able to better this description since or will be able to in the near future. About 20 years ago, addressing a Madison internal conference, I told Madisonites, your clients want 4 things more than anything else. 1, more innovation. 2, reduce costs. 3, make them happy. And 4, be agile. If I address them today, 20 years later, I doubt if I would say anything that is too different. So the more things change, the more they remain the same. Of course, Markets have changed, consumers have changed, their behavior, attitude, consumption patterns have dramatically changed. And therefore, the tools, techniques, strategies, and tactics that we use today have to be and are, in fact, very different. The true meaning and implication of the VUCA world we live in has been brought home to us by COVID. There's more science, more data, more number crunching, and these trends, one can be sure, are going to accelerate. I dare say that media agencies in India are at the top of their game. Despite all the complexities in the media world, the proliferation of media options at unimaginable scale and the unpredictable nature of the rapidly changing consumer, the agency media man tracks his attitude, behavior, actions, and delivers to the advertiser a customized option backed by data science and dollops of creativity and ideas to reach consumers in large numbers at an insignificant cost. And he just doesn't reach them today, unlike yesterday, but also very often helps convert them to buyers. I dare say no industry offers their wares that delivers so much value to its customers for so little in return. Of course, you may call me biased. To the young people listening to me today, I would say there is no better place in the world to be in right now than in India. And there is no better industry to be in than marketing, advertising, and more specifically, media. It's not for no reason that the Western world is focused so much on making India a part of its growth plans. Where else will you find a billion young consumers rapidly urbanizing, educated, hardworking, English speaking, with growing incomes and growing aspirations? We all know that the world produces much, much more than what it can consume. So, marketing, advertising, and media will always be in demand. The advertising pie, what we call ADEX, is constantly increasing. Yet, there is a lot of headroom for growth. The advertising market in India over the last decade grew at an average annual compounded growth rate of 12%, growing to almost 70,000 crores till 2019 before COVID hit us. And if you think it can't grow any further, think again. The advertising to GDP ratio in India is only 0.35%, whereas the global average is at least twice that number. So we are going to benefit from a double whammy. Not only is India's GDP going to grow at least by 8% over the next few years, the advertising to GDP ratio of 0.35% is also bound to grow. And it's a constantly changing, evolving, complex market that will require highly capable, young, both left brained and right brained people to unlock its potential. Look at the change that has taken place in ADEX in the last 10 years. Print, which was the ruling monarch for decades and which had a market share of 42%, as recently as 2011, is now down to 22%, virtually half. And you just can't go by global trends because also, whilst in India print is at 22%, globally print is down to just 6%. In India, it has moved from being the number one medium to now becoming a number three medium. TV, which rapidly has grown in India over the last 3 decades and is the dominant medium in India today with a share of 42% in COVID year 2020, continues to lead Indian ADEX, defying global trends, since globally TV is much lower at 27%. Whilst digital in India has grown rapidly in the last 10 years at a compound annual growth rate of 35% and now enjoys a share of 31% in 2020, it is severely under-indexed by global benchmarks. Globally, today, digital enjoys a dominating market share of 60%. So 60% of the estimated $700 billion that the world spends on advertising is spent on a digital medium. So it's clear that in India, there is more change to come. And with the amazing growth of digital players and their bulging customer bases, these one-time advertisers are going to become advertising mediums themselves. We live in a world that is characterized by overproduction, rapid transfer of technology, where consumer choice is multiplying and so is advertising noise. Prices of many products are static or reducing, or given the cost structures, extremely competitive. And we live in what is really a volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous world. In this environment, perhaps one of the most complex business tasks, as I see it, is to create and grow a brand. And what I have done is I have put together a set of recommendations or beliefs or do's and don'ts that I think would work in this new world. My first point is, don't launch new brands unless you can support them heavily with advertising. Always advertise above the threshold level, or in fact save that money. Understand the halo effect, especially if you're a multi-brand company, and leverage it to launch new extensions. Advertising is, unfortunately or fortunately, depending from which side of the game you are, a big boys game. You need to invest heavily in advertising upfront. That's why the big become bigger, the small remain small, and then disappear. Don't launch new brands, I say, therefore, unless you can support them heavily. The days of a good brand will sell itself are over. Temper your ambition in line with your resources. Advertising cannot achieve your objective if you under-resource. Many clients' objectives read, double my sales or increase them by 50% or 20% or 25%. But unfortunately, because of increase in raw material prices and whatnot, my advertising budget has to remain the same. The famous John Philip Jones, the professor of media and marketing, says SOV needs to be several points above share of market for a brand to grow. Marketers must accept this. Appeal to the heart. Advertising must appeal to the heart and not just to the mind, because messages appealing to the heart get internalized better, and stay with the audience longer. Determine your creative strategy along with your media strategy. The size of your advertising budget plays or should play a very important role in determining your creative strategy. We don't want a situation where five commercials are ready of 45 seconds each, and then the client says, my budget is 3 crores. This won't work. Creative and media talent, as we all know, does not come cheap. Work with professionals who have experience and expertise and not those who learn at your cost. Both advertising and media, unfortunately, because of the nature of the beast, can be handled by anyone. But with such advertising and media strategy work with professionals who have experience and expertise and not those who learn at your cost. The earlier you launch and establish your brand, the lesser it will cost. Because the only certainty that I have seen in the last 50 years of my working life is an increase in advertising outlays of brands. I launched Synthol Lime in 1989 with just 4 double spots on 4 successive episodes of Mahabharat on Sunday mornings. Subsequently, for a relaunch about a decade later, thousands of spots could not replicate the same magic. What works and what doesn't work keeps changing all the time. Stay current. Don't go by preconceptions. For example, there was a belief that a soap in a carton does not sell for a long time. But check out Pears or Dove. It was thought always a bad idea to air condition shoe shops. It was always thought for many years that you can create a digital brand or sell a digital brand using only digital, or that consumers in India buy only sachets. Over the years, most of these beliefs have been proved wrong or rapidly changed. Also use mass media, but don't broadcast, narrowcast, and increase frequency to counter increased noise. Given the noise in the advertising market, adequate frequency, I believe, is very important. Most marketers today, or many marketers, make the mistake of sacrificing frequency for reach. Use media analytics. Use analytics for routine media decisions, but reserve 20% of your budget for gut and opportunities. Ultimately, it's not only a science, it's a combination of science and art to build a brand. I also say don't become a slave to media data. Ride it, but use it as a guide and not as a crutch. Focus on effectiveness, not efficiency. Earlier, businesses made the mistake of paying for output. Now, clever managements want to pay for outcome. An ad on a cricket telecast may be 3 times more expensive, but if it moves the share needle 5 times better, isn't it more effective? Low cost input is not always better. Lowest CPRP does not always work. Should you pay for your agency team size or team output? Experiment, I say. Fail often, fail fast should be our mantra in today's world. As I said, marketing is a combination of art and science and innovation. To innovate successfully and repeatedly, you need to experiment. Proven, tested, and tried techniques work less and less in future. Also, corner room attention is required to the process of brand building, creation of advertising, and media spends. Senior management must therefore spend enough time with advertising agency leaders if they want more out of their advertising. Marketing and advertising requires bold, positive, risk taking individuals on both sides. Most organizations give the power to say no to junior levels, but only the senior executive has the authority to say yes. This spells death for most brilliant ideas, which seem risky at first. I also think, given the size and diversity of our country, we need to prioritize market sharply. And we cannot, as I said earlier, underspend in any market. Also, given the diversity and the vastness of India, I think it is a good idea to conquer market by market. Rome can't be built in a day, so be patient. Conquering one market and then moving to another seems a powerful way to build an impregnable, powerful all India brand. That's what Santur did to become the market leader. I would also say focus advertising inputs in select high potential districts of semi urban and rural India. At Madison, we have a tool called Town and Country, which helps advertisers to identify high potential districts. Whilst India has over 600 districts, we found that if you reach 200, you actually attack most of the purchase potential of India. Don't ignore regional and local brands. They are indeed very powerful brands of their own locality, and the more ambitious of them will turn national brands tomorrow and become your competition. COVID has given a big impetus to digital. Focus on e-commerce and set high targets for e-commerce as percentage contribution to total sales. As I see it, many more changes are on the anvil. Marketing, advertising, and media is going to become even more important than ever before. The marketer, I believe, will be king along with the technology man. The creative man has to make sure that his created piece of communication has the power to stand out among 70,000 crores of advertising. And the media man has to ensure that the communication reaches precisely the identified audience and no more. Marketing, advertising, and media is going to be under greater pressure in the near future to perform and deliver, given shorter executive lifespans in companies and investors' pressure on quick returns. Marketing, advertising, and media men are going to be also under pressure to deliver in shorter time frames, and increasingly managements are looking for outcomes and not just outputs. Life of both brands and individual campaigns is going to get shorter. Earlier, some iconic campaigns were run for years. Now it is weeks, and it is common to see outdoor campaigns for a week. I wouldn't be surprised if digital out of home campaigns soon get run only just for a day. Although digital is already 60% of global spend and India has crossed 30%, I feel multimedia will rule the roost for big brands. Most research, both global and Indian, show this to be true. I also think audiovisual medium across TV, digital, and outdoor is going to become the standard. And although the number of English speaking consumers in India are rising, language media, including some minor languages and dialects, will rule. Soon one will see more and more customized content tailor made for individual regional markets, and regional heroes and celebrities will be in big demand for advertising campaigns. Training and education will become far more structured for advertising and marketing than it is today prevalent. May not be as structured as it is for a medicine or engineering degree, but considerably more than what it is now. And because of all these pressures, I feel marketing and advertising men will easily stand apart from the boys. So thank you very much for listening to me and wish you all the very best and happy listening to all the other eminent speakers that Brand Equity has put together for you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Mr. Balsara, for all the insights and the encouraging words. With that, we'll move on to the next session. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen.